Hi Pisces, Pisces placements. Welcome to Pisces Tarot and Advice and welcome to your daily reading. Hope you're doing well. Let's see what's going on for you. At the time you find this video, what that day could be about for you, give or take a day or two. I always forget, I'm running a special on personal readings. There's a discount. Information is in the description box below. Okay. So what's going on for Pisces today? And as always, thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, for subscribing, for hyping the videos, for your super things. I really appreciate all your love and support. I'll send you lots of love in return. Let's see. Pisces. What's going on for Pisces today? What do they need to know? Okay. Let's see. Bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. Taurus energy. This also talks about religion, faith, tradition, conforming what the majority is doing. Okay. It could also talk about dealing with large corporations, government, large institutions. Okay. And it's also, I just get an energy of vows, promises, yeah, whether that's contractual, as in, an actual contract, or vows of any kind. Okay, it could even be marriages with the Hierophant. Okay, let's see. Current situation, we have the Five of Pentacles. So this talks about lack. I hear disparity. Okay. It could be lack of money, losing something, or a fear of losing something or someone. And again, put the roles where they go. For others of you, this is an energy of abandonment. Either you're feeling abandoned or someone else is feeling abandoned. There's a change. Could be a change. Someone could be leaving a structure. Someone could be leaving an organization. Someone is leaving the church. Someone is leaving the club you're part of. In the challenge position, Ten of Pentacles. Someone could be leaving a relationship or a marriage with this energy. Disconnecting. This is also an abrupt ending, in the sense that something that was supposed to go to the Ten of Pentacles only made it to the Five of Pentacles, and now it's falling apart. So however that resonates, something you thought was going to be long-term, something that was supposed to be long-term, could be cut short with this energy as well. Okay. But there's also, with these, there's lack, loss, sorrow in a marriage, in a long-term relationship, or in to do with a long-term contract. This could even be inheritance for some of you, and someone passing, you getting inheritance, but someone is passing. Let's see. Oh, as I say that, we have the Death card. Now, very, very rarely, and in certain combinations, does the death card mean actual death. So don't freak out. Death is good. Death is a very positive card, okay? Because it talks about the end of something that died out a long time ago. This is where we're pruning it, right? And what that does is it opens up the energy, the space for new things. Because clearly the old wasn't working, okay? For some of you, I do see an energy of you taking your hands off something and it's just like letting it run its course. So for some of you, you're getting a lawyer and you're letting them do what they need to do. You're not getting involved. You're not going to go back and forth with the person or the company or whatever it is. You're going to trust your lawyer. Here you go. I hired you for a purpose. You go do what you need to do. It is what it is, right? That's what I'm seeing. The Empress in the Foundation. Taurus energy again, Libra energy. And this is all about self-love, self-worth. This could be mother figure, female energy. Or feminine energy, I should say. So it could be that a woman is leaving the company, a woman is leaving the team, a woman is leaving the club or whatever. But for others of you, whether you're male or female, doesn't matter. This is where you choose yourself, because whatever situation you've been in has not, has, you've been taken for granted, you've not been valued, you've not been appreciated. You know your worth. The people you were dealing with did not appreciate your worth. They did not treat you as you deserve to be treated. Okay? So that could be where you're saying, you know what? It is what it is. Take my hands off this. For some of you, you could be taking your money back from something or someone. You could be telling someone, whatever it is I gave you, lent you, whatever, I'm going to need it back because you don't appreciate it. Could be something like that as well. Recent past, we have Temperance. Sagittarius energy. This talks about negotiation, going back and forth. This could be you within yourself as to whether or not you should leave something or whether or not you should let something go. Because if someone left you behind, if someone ghosted you, but this is also emotional abandonment. So the person could be sat right next to you, but they just don't care, right? Whenever you deal with struggle, they leave you alone. And this could be, do I keep investing? Do I keep pursuing? Or do I just take my hands off it and let it be what it is because I know it's going to end? This is a situation, Pisces, where you are the one working for it. You are the one keeping it going. And when you stop giving, it just dies because it was one-sided to begin with. Do you see what I'm saying? You showed up with your Five of Pentacles. Whoever else was supposed to show up with the other Five of Pentacles to make the Ten of Pentacles, they never showed up. Look, in the outcome, you have the Devil. Capricorn energy, and this is bondage. This is unhealthy. Okay, this is toxic. This is the Devil with the Hierophant. Could be cult energy. It could be any sort of situation or bond where you feel like your hands are tied. You feel like you don't have a say. You feel like you just have to conform to what you're told. This could also be something where you were told you have to give us money and then you never got what was promised for that money, however that resonates. For others of you, this is someone giving you bad advice. This is someone giving you bad advice. Someone telling you you have to stay. Why? Because that you don't leave. You don't do that. No one does that. We don't do that here. We don't do that in our family. You know, no one gets divorced in our family. And maybe that's what's giving you pause. And maybe that's what, you know, has caused you to go back and forth with your decision. But it looks like you're aware with the Death card that something is done. And it's just a matter of you taking your hands off it. I think what's going to follow is you take your hands off it, but the other people or the other person or the other party to this thing, they will try to hold on to you tighter. When you let go, they're going to try to hold on to you tighter. So you might have to push your way out of a situation. Wow, Ten of Swords and then the Hierophant. Pisces. Ay, ay, ay. But you know what, Pisces? This is good. I mean, it sucks. But this is good in the sense that you're fully aware. Death card. It's done. You're done. You're done. You're done. You're like, I'm taking my hands off it. The Empress is like, I'm just going to sit in my chair, sit pretty. I'm not going to do anything to keep this going because I know for a fact it will fall apart. And it will, Pisces. And you might be dealing with someone who thinks you're playing games by doing this, who thinks you're trying to manipulate, you're trying to control the situation. So by the time they figure out that you're actually just genuinely done, by that time you'll be out of there already. Oh my. Okay. Let's see. For some of you, you have something new that's coming up, trying to get started today, okay? It is your true Ten of Pentacles. And your past might try to grab hold of you again. Now, that could be old patterns of behavior within yourself, self-sabotaging tendencies within yourself, old beliefs, okay, with the Hierophant here, outdated beliefs that you just took on board, but they never really applied to you, okay? So just whatever you do today, just keep that perspective in mind, okay? Have that perspective of, does this really resonate with me? Does this really make sense for me? Does this really apply to me? And if not, why am I following this rule? Why am I following this belief? Why am I, you know? Now, for others of you, this will be a person that is reaching out to you as you're trying to make your way forward into a new dawn. They're going to reach out and try to keep you from disengaging, keep you from moving on, trying to get you to go back. But with the Death card on the mind, Pisces, this is why I'm not that worried. We'll see what other cards come out. With the Death card on the mind and the Empress in the foundation, whether you're male or female, this tells me that you, A, know your worth, like for a fact. It's not like doubting. I think I'm pretty cool, but I don't know. No, you're like, no, I'm pretty cool. I'm awesome. I know that much. I'm a good person. I'm a good family member. I'm a good mother, father, aunt, whatever, right? I'm a good worker. I'm a decent individual, okay? I deserve what I give. I deserve to receive what I give, what I put out into the world, right? So that's not in question. And then on top of that, with the Death card here, whatever it is you're releasing, you know for a fact that it's a dead end and a drain on you. So I don't, whatever this devil energy is that's trying to crawl their way back or claw you back in or whatever it is, I don't see it going very well for them. But let's see. We have the King of Pentacles. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Taurus keeps popping up. Capricorn again. Okay. This could be a micromanager. Yeah, look, the hangman. This could be a micromanager. This could be a spouse. This could be a family member, whoever this is in your life, that has been very controlling, very restrictive. They're all about themselves. They're all about the money. They're all about the status. They're all about what people think, what people say. They're all about control. Their way or the highway. Their way or you're the problem. Okay. Breadcrumbing heavily. If you try to speak up, gaslighting heavily. Right. Let's see what's going on for Pisces. Let's clarify these. Five of Pentacles in the current situation. We have the Knight of Wands. Yeah, you're moving on. Do you see what I mean? This is change. This is speed, travel. Literally moving on. Initiating that change of, okay, this isn't working. I'm going to move on to something else. Taking action because you're done. That's what's happening. Ten of Pentacles in the challenge, we have Justice. You've made up your mind about a situation. This is the final decision, and you're done. You might even file some sort of complaint, report. You might even be taking some sort of legal action. You're issuing official notices. Okay? For others of you, this is where you tell the family, this is what's happening. It is about a breakup. It is about a divorce. It is about you quitting a job. It is about you moving out, moving away. Because something was not fair. There was a promise made, there was a contract signed, and it was not followed through on. And whatever commitments and promises were made, your promises were held against you and held over your head. But the other person and the other party, no, they're a victim. If they didn't keep their promise, it was your fault. Okay. Death card on the mind. Yeah, look. Oh my God. Wheel of Fortune. The Death card with the Wheel of Fortune, Pisces, is you saying, Jesus, take the wheel. Or whoever. Fill in the blank if you don't like Jesus. It's like, Jesus, take the wheel. My hands are off this. It will be what it will be. I don't even give a, you know what? I'm focused on myself, my peace with the Empress. Okay, my abundance. I know I'm a good person. I know I don't deserve this. That's not in question. I know what I do deserve, and that's what I'm going for. Okay? And for others of you, like I say, there is something new that's coming in. Okay? Give me one sec. Sorry, Pisces. Hold on. These boys are mine. Harvey, can you do something else? Hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. We're back. Oh yeah, look. With the Wheel of Fortune, 2 of Cups. You've got a new connection, a new partnership, a new contract, a new opportunity, a fortunate one. Okay? Or you've made up your mind, I know what I want, that's what I'm going for. I know this ain't it, And I know if I go out there looking for what I want, I will find what I want. Okay. The Empress and the Foundation. The Page of Swords. You have taken back. You've taken something back. You spoke a truth and then you took something back. You spoke a truth and took your love out of a situation, your affection away from someone, your money out of a situation, your investment out of a situation. You spoke a truth and then you went quiet. Okay, the Empress, Page of Swords, and then the Five of Pentacles. You spoke a truth and ghosted. You spoke a truth and closed the channels of communication. You dropped the mic and then took action, and you did what you said you were going to do. No negotiation, no back and forth. The time for negotiation, I feel like there was a time when you were willing to negotiate. You were open to, let's talk. That time has passed. You might have even invited someone to the negotiation table. You might have given someone a chance. Yeah, I think we really should talk about this. Can't we resolve this? Even though you were the one that was being wronged, okay, you were still the bigger person. You were still the one, come on, let's talk. And that other person might have messed you around, didn't take you seriously, didn't get back to you, ghosted you, left you on red, whatever it is. So you're like, you know what? That's it. That was it. That's all I had. That was it. That was my last F that just flew and you wasted it. Yeah, look, Queen of Cups with Temperance in the past. Someone kept you waiting. They thought you were playing games, so they played some games with you, and you're like, listen, okay. This could also be a friend or someone in your family, unfortunately, where they were intentionally trying to put doubts in your head, make you feel like you're not all that great. The Devil with the Page of Swords. This is someone very cutting with their words, very hurtful with their words, very manipulative with their words. And instead of taking it to heart, maybe in the past you did, this time you went, you know what, that's not actually true. That's not actually true, though. That's not true about myself, what you're saying. But it showed you who this person is. It showed you their manipulative ways. I can love you from afar. With the Devil and the outcome, we have the Four of Wands and the Emperor. 2 4s. Oh my God, Pisces, you have the Devil with the Emperor and the Four of Wands. This is control. 8 of Swords. This is control. This is entrapment. Pisces, you're going to have to be careful. You're getting yourself out of a situation, but you're going to have to be tactful, as in strategic. All right? Not necessarily diplomatic towards this person, strategic. Because you're going to have someone showing up at your door, showing up at your work, showing up in the community, 4 of Wands, doing too much, because they think with everybody watching, you'll feel embarrassed to say no to them, or you'll think, oh, I'm going to look like the bad guy if I say no to them because everyone's so impressed with what this person's doing. So some sort of grand gesture, right? And then they think that will make you feel like, well, I can't say no to them in front of everybody. Or I'm going to have to go along with what they're saying because, we're in front of everybody and I'm going to look like the bad guy if I... That's what they think. That's their plan. For others of you, this is someone, Pisces, who is going to use any and all tricks in their bag of tricks to get you to stay, to get you to doubt yourself, to get you to just not make a move. So, sweet talking, if that doesn't work, snide comments, if that doesn't work, planting doubts in your head, if that doesn't work, forceful communication and behavior, if that doesn't work, threatening, that's the path, okay? So your best bet is to block this person, stay away from this person if you haven't done so already. Maybe get someone, some sort of intermediary, someone in between the two of you, so like a lawyer or a family member with the Hierophant there, right? When this person calls, have your family member pick up the phone and tell them a piece of their mind, you know? Tell them what's what. This is that manager that now is going to give you some sort of award in front of everybody. Some sort of award, make some sort of announcement that you got a raise, that you got a bonus, that you're being recognized, that you got the promotion. So that if you were to leave or say no to them or have any other kind of reaction than what they plan you to have, then you look like the bad guy. You look like there's something wrong with you. You look like the problem. And that person's really banking on the fact that, you'll be so either embarrassed to say no in front of other people, or you'll just be kind of swept off your feet, completely impressed with the big announcement that they're making. This is someone making a scene in the sense that, to make them look good. And like, oh, look what I'm doing for Pisces. Look how much I appreciate Pisces. Look how much we value Pisces. For those of you, this is someone who's going to show up at your door drunk or on something. Because that's the only way. Again, it's about making the scene. It's a making a scene type of day. So what I would say to that, Pisces, is the best way to not have to deal with this is don't give this person the opportunity to make a scene. So if you see their number on your phone, or if you get a phone call from an unknown number, just don't pick it up. You know it's them. If, you've got someone knocking on your door and you're not expecting anybody, if you can check who that is, go ahead and check. If not, just don't open the door. Just don't take any chances when it comes to this person. Don't give this person chances to make a scene. Or make any sort of public displays of whatever. Oh my. 3 of Wands, 2 of Swords, Queen of Wands, the 8 of Pentacles. This is, let's work. This is, look, I'm giving you money. Look, I'm throwing money at you. Look, I'm giving you that raise, that promotion. Look, I'm spending money on you. I bought you a car. Right? And they're trying to put you on the spot so that you feel conflicted about saying anything, doing anything that is not as, what would be expected in this type of situation. This could even be someone proposing to you in public. I don't know. What the hell's wrong with people? But yeah. Okay. For others of you, they're going to try to, it's almost like use one of your other friends, or use one of your family members, use one of your friends, use one of the people you work with, I don't know. Enlisting them in some sort of surprise for you, so that person thinks, oh my god, this person's so amazing and they love Pisces so much, or they appreciate Pisces so much. So yeah, just be mindful about that. Have your guard up. Okay. Now, for a lot of you, I'm seeing a no thank you. 3 of Wands, 2 of Swords is your back is turned to the situation. Your back is turned to this person. You're already done. You're already out of there. For some of you, you're getting news. Someone could be telling you. If you are the one enlisting friends, family, and saying, listen, when you see this person coming, you tell me. And then you get out of there before this person gets there, so they can't go through their plan. I don't know, but I do see that. So they show up thinking you'll be there and you're not, because you already knew they were coming. So again, all about strategy with this energy. Yeah. Be mindful of offers made with strings attached. Again, I just see someone doing too much, going overboard. And it's really important that it's in front of other people, because they think that you'll feel pressure to go along with what they're saying. Or you'll feel bad to say otherwise, or whatever the situation is. For those of you, I'm seeing in the family, like, arguments over religion, what faith to raise a child or grandchild in, huge pressure from an overbearing father figure in the family, huge pressure for some sort of, you know, you have to get married before you do this. You have to, old traditions, whatever they are, or cultural expectations. You have to do this. You can't do that, whatever that is, right? And I do see you're just gonna go no contact with this person, unfortunately. They're too overbearing. They're too forceful. They may withhold money from you. They may threaten you to, you know, disown you or whatever the case may be. But I feel like your mind is made up. Okay. And for those of you, the Emperor with the Empress and the Hierophant is definitely a partnership dynamic. There's a divorce with the Justice card, or some sort of legal action, or some sort of official notification or final decision on this thing, because something that was supposed to be healthy is actually very unhealthy. I don't know if someone lost their way along the way, but that's just beside the point at this point. Someone is finally now getting back to you. You wanted to talk, I'm coming over, and you're like, no, that was last week. I don't want that now. You know, someone's showing up late to a meeting because that's their way of controlling the room. And again, I feel like you're just going to go, okay, you're going to give them the 15 minutes to wait. If they don't show up, you're getting up and you're leaving. Because they think you're just going to sit there, wait for them, getting all anxious and nervous, and then you just walk in the room and you'll just do whatever they say because you're too discombobulated. Do you know what I'm saying? And you're like, okay, I'm out. I'm done. Someone's showing up like nothing happened. Someone's showing up saying, I bought this for you a long time ago. It finally arrived. They just scrambled and bought something overnight, or they just went and picked it up at the store before they came to see you. But they try to make it out like, you know, they've been a good girl or guy all along. Someone's getting desperate. We have worthy goal. Get out and be inspired to keep working towards your life purpose. And we have fresh ideas. Stay open-minded, inviting new perspectives to enrich your journey and spark creative solutions. So this is you not backing down. And this is your confirmation not to back down. Okay? From the decision you've made, the goals that you set, the wheels you put in motion. Someone could ask you to withdraw a complaint, withdraw a report. This is telling you, no, let it fly. Let it fly. Let it go. Let it go where it needs to go. We have breakthrough. Navigate life's many twists and turns with elegance and resilience. You're not backing down. Magic opportunity. Embrace the unexpected. Seize the chance for transformation. Transformation. Death card. You've got something new coming, Pisces. That's the bottom line. You have something new coming in. That's your true 10 of Pentacles. You know that. You recognize that. You're making your way towards it. And whoever it is that you're leaving behind that promised you the 10 of Pentacles and then never delivered, expect them to act up. But I see you being very strategic and either employing the help of other people, employing the help of the law, or whatever it is, so that if this person's trying to control the situation by being late, you're gone by the time they get there. Or maybe you don't show up, or something like that. You're very strategic. Someone's going to try to do something and it's going to backfire. Someone's going to try to manipulate. Someone's going to try to control. Someone's going to try to put you on the spot or whatever it is. It's going to backfire. Absolutely. Okay? But just be prepared. They're going to try. But I do see you just going, done, closing off communication, closing off contact. This could be a custody battle where it's like, I really didn't want to do this, but you're not giving me any choice. Again, something like that, okay? Yeah. Someone arguing with you over a decision to leave, to move, to travel, to change your job, to change your career path, whatever it is. Someone's arguing with you and trying to control you into staying where they think you should be or doing what they think you should do. But again, with this energy, you're like, listen, nope, I'm done. So you're just withdrawing. You're stopping investments, communication. You're not showing up. You're withdrawing your time, your energy, your money, your resources. Expect that person to have a problem with that, but that's them problem. I see you just closing off all channels of communication, taking away this person's options of coming to you, putting you on the spot, making a scene. Um, you're out. You're focused on your new opportunity, and that's where you're putting your time. Three of Cups, yeah, celebrating. Okay. So Pisces, that's what I'm seeing for you today. Some dicey energy that we're dealing with, but you're handling it like a champ. So keep it up, Pisces. All right. Looking forward to your thoughts. I'm gonna leave it there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.